Rose Smith, and I'm doing your horoscopes for September, Savvy Sagittarius. Okay, it's a really big month. There's 2 eclipses, there's a new moon, and our old friend Mercury has gone retrograde from the 30th of August to the 23rd of September. And also Jupiter's moving into Libra. So this is a cycle that happens once every 12 years. And it does affect you, even though you're not a Libran, you're a Sagittarius, you're a Savvy Sagittarius. It does affect you because Jupiter's going into your 11th house, and Venus is already there. So what a wonderful combination that is. Jupiter and Venus in your 11th house. What that means is socialising and friendly activities are going to be highlighted, and perhaps even one of your friends turns into a lover. So you never would have thought, but then it happens out of the blue. Venus is there until the 24th of the month, so relationships have excellent vibes until that time, and these energies are very auspicious, but you must take action. So don't sit back like a wallflower and just kind of plan it all out in your head and be all practical about it. It's time to take a risk. Okay, now the first eclipse occurs on the 1st of the month, and it's in Virgo, and this is a solar eclipse in opposition to Neptune. It could be a bit stressful for you. It's in your 10th house, which is your house of career and social status and reputation and that sort of thing, public image. So if you're online or you're in the public in any way, just be extra careful at that time. It's a bit of a shake-up, but it's probably a good thing eventually. There are relationships with people that you have to rethink what you're doing at that time with those people, but please try not to worry. Anything or anybody who passes from your life, that's all well and good. It's time for them to move on. That happens. It's called life. Okay, around this time there's also issues with partnerships that are very deep and impactful for you, because it's an eclipse and that's what they do. They bring up hidden stuff from our subconscious, and this is stuff to be released. So let it go and move forward. Some people, they want to stay in the same old way of doing things. Well, we just can't these days. Have you noticed it's like everything is speeding up, more and more, and we're under more and more pressure. So just be careful of your adrenal glands, because you might find yourself feeling a little bit tired or exhausted with all of these things that are going on this month. Then, on the 16th of the month, bang, another eclipse. This time it's a lunar eclipse. And it's in your 4th house. Now the 4th house is the house of home and family and real estate. So there'll be changes in these areas. Some of you could relocate, or someone that lives in your home could move out of your home, basically. If you're not moving, someone else near you could move. The eclipse will show you the way. So, it's all going to pan out anyway, basically. A new moon occurs at the end of the month, and this is a wonderful time for new beginnings, new projects and planting new seeds. It's a new moon is the dark moon, so when you look in the sky it's all black, but that's like the time when you plant the seeds and they're in the ground and they haven't yet sprouted. But when you've planted them and they're there, they're doing their seed thing. You can water them and, the sun comes out, but you can't make them sprout any quicker than what they're going to sprout. So it's basically the same thing with in your subconscious. These new things are coming and you can nurture them, but they're going to come at their own rate. And so channel that fertile energy into, getting what you want, basically. Now, Savvy Sagittarius, Mercury is retrograde until the 23rd. Which indicates difficulties with communications, and some things have to be done. It's important decisions that you put off until after the 23rd if you can. If you have any legal issues or contracts or major purchases, try and put them off until after the 23rd, because things could just get all mixed up and then you have to go back and redo it again, and it's just like frustration for nothing. Or you might have, for example, you might have a contract and it might have some clauses in the contract that are not to your advantage. So after the 23rd you realise this, and then you go back and change those clauses. So often it is, when you go back, it is to your advantage. There are various other influences around you. Venus moving into your 12th house, which is known as the house of the goddess. This is where karma is. It's where there's a lot of subconscious contents. But sometimes people get anxious when they feel all this stuff coming up inside them. So it's a good time for you to meditate, to listen to the whispers of your soul, to have quiet time. Go to the beach or go for a walk. Every day it's really important to have quiet time so you can actually hear your soul speaking to you. This is helpful though, because Venus going into that house, Venus is connected with love and also with art and appreciation of beauty. So it might be that things in your subconscious that have been long buried come up, and they might be beautiful things. So it's a time, it can be a time of rewards. And also an old lover could come back at that time as well. So, if you've got unfinished business, someone could come along. End of the month, Mars moves into your 2nd house, which is the house of money and finances. Now, Mars and Pluto together. Pluto is one of the transpersonal planets, and again is tied up with karma. And, good luck. But it could actually bring you money if you've been listening to your soul, it could be a beneficial influence for you. There's a new moon at the end of the month, which happens in your 11th house. This is the house of social activities, career and social status and reputation. So new beginnings in those areas. Because Jupiter is already there, these new beginnings are very expansive, and it's very exciting having Jupiter and the new moon together, because it's going to be a really big project or a really big job that's going to come off, and it's going to be a success. Woohoo! So any risk you take at that time will probably turn out to your benefit. So you've had a pretty torrid time over the last 12 months, but there's definitely improvement. All of it's changing, and it will be much bigger and brighter for you. There will be opportunities, especially around your career, your business and your friends. And your friends could even bring you a new job or a new project or some new opportunities. So it's been great doing your astrology for September. And I thank you very much for listening, Savvy Sagittarius. If you find all of these influences a bit too much to take, please give us a call at absolutesoulsecrets.com. We have psychics waiting there 24/7 that can do a reading for you to help you know what your options are and what the likely outcome of events is going to be. So come stop by and have a look at our website, or come and have a look at us on Facebook. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks again, and have a beautiful and wonderful month. Bye.